back to another episode of Inspiration Talks. I'm very excited about today's episode. I have a very special guest all the way from USA who is an entrepreneur and also she has her own podcast. The name of the podcast is The Business Shower. So before any delay, let's welcome Kelly Edward. Hi Kelly, how are you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing great. How are you? Thank you for having me.
I'm doing good. You are most welcome. First of all, thank you so much for being part of Inspiration Talks, Kelly. So, I would like to start our today's conversation with how was your early life? What did you do? Where did you grow up?
Yeah, so I grew up in I'm going to say it was a small town, Orange, New Jersey. And I didn't grow up in the best conditions. Mom wasn't there, dad wasn't there. So my grandparents pretty much raised me. Um, and it wasn't the worst situation, but it wasn't the best situation. Every child needs its parents, not grandparents, because grandparents do things differently and they also tend to spoil a lot more. So I grew up with those two as my figures, and then later on in life kind of making a relationship with my mom and dad in the future. So that's kind of how I grew up. We didn't grow up rich. I would consider middle class family.
Okay, so how did you start your own business, Kelly?
Yeah, so I started my business. Well, this is my second business, but I started this business during the pandemic. So what happened was I had already been looking into the business and kind of doing my research and reaching out, trying to get all of my ducks in line. And then one Monday morning, I went to work and I found out that at the end of the month was going to be my last day. And I decided that I was going to just launch both businesses at the same time and kind of go from there. So aside from this business, I also had my real estate investment business as well.
So, did you face any struggle while launching your business?
Yes, I faced a lot of struggles. One of the main struggles was the pandemic. I was not prepared for the pandemic, which most of the world was not. So I had to, kind of adjust and learn new nuances on how to successfully continue my business during the pandemic, which is why the podcast came about, because the business shower was really supposed to be events, quarterly events to help educate and serve as a new launch for new business owners. But then the pandemic hit, so I had to find another way to do that.
So, is this what you wanted to be when you were a kid? Like, did you think of this being an entrepreneur when you will grow up?
I did not. Actually, when I was little, I wanted to be a lawyer. It's crazy as it sounds.
Yeah,
I wanted to be a lawyer and I wanted to own my own law firm. I did always want to be a business owner, but it wasn't in this field. But yeah, I wanted to be a lawyer, which is crazy.
yes, I mean, like lawyer and being a lawyer, the corporation lawyer is completely opposite, to be entrepreneur. So yeah, it's kind of shocking and surprising you. So if you get a chance to become a lawyer, would you become a lawyer?
Yes, I mean, yes and no. I don't think I want to go back to school anymore, but it would have been nice.
Okay, so Kelly, usually when we start something new, like for example, business or something, there are some people who help you, like they will support you in each and every step. So was there any person who played an important role when you started your business?
Yes. A particular person. It's not one person I can pinpoint. It's actually several people that I feel that helped me and that I'm grateful for. One of them being my first real estate mentor. His name was Chuck. And just his way of thinking and his process way of doing certain things. I just love it about him. He's very straightforward. He actually motivated me. I texted him and I was like, I lost my job. I'm so devastated. And he was just like, congratulations. congratulations, and that's a good thing. And I'm just like, how is that a good thing? Um, then there's a couple of my friends who continue to inspire me every day, all day. It's more than one person. I'm sorry, I can't pinpoint one person.
Okay, I can understand. Usually there are many people who support you. Like in each and every step, there is a specific person who helps us. So, Kelly, what do you enjoy most about your work, and what do you find the hardest about?
Honestly, I enjoy everything about being an entrepreneur. What I find the hardest is staying. No, what I find the hardest is trying to not take on so much responsibility on myself. I am one of those people who like to do everything myself. I don't like to delegate anything. So, I would prefer to just kind of do everything myself. So that's the hardest for me, but I enjoy every part of being a business owner.
Okay, that's great. Like a person should be independent, like a person should do everything by themselves. It's much better than relying on someone else. So here comes another question. How do you manage your work-life balance, and how do you prevent burnout?
I have a schedule. So I know when I'm going to be working on my business and when I have time to spend with my family, especially with a little one about to come into this world. I definitely have to create like a schedule for me, and prevent burnout. During the pandemic, I was not able to do this because I was literally working all day, every day, in the morning, at night. But talking to my mentor, they actually told me I had to get better with that. And I needed to create a schedule. So now I have a daily schedule, and there are certain days, like Sundays, that are reserved for my family, and nothing else happens those days.
That's great. Like foundation
Mhm.
the family. That's the best thing ever. So, Kelly, like how to opt for a specific company name whenever you are starting for a new business. Whenever we start something, like new business, selecting the name of the business is one of the hardest things. Like there are many options to go with. So, any tips on how to choose a specific name?
I think I love the concept so much, which was a business shower, and it was available. So I didn't want anyone to kind of, you know,
Yeah.
I didn't want to name it something that had nothing to do with the purpose of the business. So I think I just kind of ran with it and just named it the business shower. And it was available. It was available in my state and through the trademark organization.
What's your idea of success, and how would you define being successful?
My idea of success is, I'm just gonna say, being happy with what I can do. Um, so that's my idea. It's not a dollar amount, although that does help. Um, but it's more so having the financial freedom, right? To kind of be able to do what I want, not have to work a 9 to 5, just wake up in the morning and do what I love to do every day. And I define being successful when I get to that mark, when I can wake up every day and, just focus on my business and not have to worry about anything else.
Yeah, the best part of business is to, like you have your freedom to get whenever you want, and you can, make your things according to yourself, like whatever suits you. So, Kelly, my next question is again about success. How, like, can success mean same for everyone?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for everybody. I'm like one of those people. I don't like to speak for other people. I mean, it should mean the same to everyone, but then you have those people who are very, very numbers driven and numbers focused, and they don't care if they get to wake up and do whatever they want to do. They want to make sure the numbers match as well. And I can absolutely respect them, but numbers, I mean, success doesn't mean the same to everyone. So
That's right.
everyone has different levels of success.
That's right. So everyone defines success in their own way. Everyone has their own experiences. So if right now as you're a business owner, so if you had like if you did not have your own business, then what else will you be doing?
Um, I probably would be licensed clinical social worker because that's where my education is. My education is in social work, so I would probably be doing something in that field. But I'm going to be honest with you, I feel like I would still have a business of some sort. I don't think I could not have a business.
Okay,
Yeah,
you would have your own other some other business if this business was not there somehow. Okay, so
absolutely.
okay. So now let's move towards some imagination. Let's imagine and inspire. So Kelly, if you win a lottery ticket, for example, infinite amount of money, how would you spend that money?
I would spend it on this business and in my real estate business, buying and flipping houses. That's what I would do if I hit the lottery. Of course, I would probably, buy some nice things for myself. But mainly, I would use that money to create wealth. And I'm actually playing the lottery tonight because it's up to $350 million. So I'm like, that would be great if I could win that.
Yeah. So all the best. I really wish that you win a lottery ticket once in a lifetime, no, one day, one day. So
Yes,
all the best for it. If you could live anywhere for one whole year, so what country would you choose?
Tahiti, Bora Bora. I would live in Tahiti, and I would probably live in Bora Bora. Um, yeah, that's probably where I would go. I like, as you can see, I like the ocean. I like the beautiful water. I would probably live there.
Awesome. What I love it. Like if I get chance, I would even prefer to live somewhere where there is water. Like it gives peace, right? Like when you see
It
the
does.
water, there's some, it gives some sort of happiness. Okay. So if you had a chance for time machine, would you prefer to go in your past or in your future?
So I have two parts to that answer. I would prefer to do both.
Okay.
Um, I would want to go back in the past and just tell me that everything is going to be okay, and relax, and you're going to get everything you desire in due time. I would just want to kind of like prep myself if I could go into the past. But as far as the future, I don't know. I don't think I would go into the future. I think I would more so go into the past because I like to not know my future because then it kind of defeats the purpose. But in the past, I would definitely go and calm myself down.
Okay, you would prefer to go in your past rather than going in your future.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I don't want to know the future.
Okay. I know, I know. Nobody wants to know about the future. Like, nobody is interested. About past, we already know what has happened in the past. But for future, it should be a surprise, right? Like, why to know before what's going to happen in future? Okay.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay. Does anyone inspires you?
Yes. So the CEO of the company that I work with currently, she inspires me a lot. Just her demeanor, the fact, that she is a boss, and she successfully runs about 3 businesses at this point. So she inspires me every day to keep on going and to keep on doing more. And there's other people that inspire me as well. It's like famous people. Kevin Hart inspires me. He has several businesses. Um, Mostly people that I can kind of like relate to in a sense. But yeah, it's a lot of people. My mentor inspires me. So there's a lot of people that inspire me.
What are you most excited about your work right now?
Mhm.
How is your career progressing? What are your current struggles and your future goals?
Yes. So, what am I most excited about to work on
Perfect.
right now? So that would be the new venture in my business. The new venture in my business is me becoming a coach. a business coach. So I want to assist other business owners that are coming up, helping them and helping them get their business started. I like to work with people who are, they don't even know the name of their company. That's the type of business owner that I want to work with, because I want to help them brainstorm different names and kind of take them through that process. Not to say that I don't want to help people that already know the name, but I kind of want to start from the bottom and take them to the top. So the next question was how's my career progressing with that? It's progressing pretty well. I mean, I have all my ducks in line, but I'm currently 8 months pregnant today. Yes, Jesus, it's about to happen. I'm 8 months pregnant, so I am preparing for a baby. So once this baby is here, I'll have a lot more energy and flexibility to be able to do other stuff. So right now I'm stuck to the house, but once she gets here, I'll have a little bit more room, right? And the last question was, what are my current struggles? I'm pregnant. That's like one of the biggest struggles, and there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just a struggle for me because I'm used to ripping and running and doing what I want, and now I can't. So yeah.
Now I can completely understand this one struggle, but when once your baby comes, everything is fine, and
yes,
all will be set. So, how to grow business? How to increase, the sales?
Yes. So how do I grow my business? So I like to basically, we have organic sales for my business. So I have the podcast sponsorships. I have the merchandise that I'm starting to sell for the podcast, and then we're gonna have the business coaching. That's going to be a fee, but probably for the first year, I'm going to take an L on that because I literally want to help people versus, charging them for services.
Yes, well, I want to help, I want to charge them as well. Like when you help them, obviously it's the rate you charge when you are helping with someone, right? So my next question is advice for those people who want to start their own businesses as an entrepreneur.
Just do it. Do it. Do the research. Do the research in your industry, and then also with your name. Don't just look state level for your name. You want to think globally. And you want to reach out to the Trademarks Association to see if that name has been trademarked by someone else. Because if it is, and you want to be this big business person, you may want to consider redoing your name, because if someone has that name, then you run a risk of getting sued. So don't just do a local search. I would do a global search of your business. Actually giving away free coaching sessions for new and existing business owners. So if there is someone out there who wants to start a business and they are serious about it, because what you're not going to do is waste my time. But if you're really serious about it, you can go to my website, which is www.thebusinessshowerevents.com, and you can sign up to get free coaching sessions from me. There's going to be an approval process just because I want to make sure you are serious about your business, but that's what I'm going to be doing, and because I like helping people, so that's what I want to do.
Great to know. So what sort of business you want to help with?
All types of business. If you're Arthur, if you're a if you have a podcast, if you're looking to start a clothing line, I have experience in all those areas. So I'm definitely, not to mention, I also have a bachelor's degree in marketing. So comes to me to ask for help.
Okay, that's great. It was great talking with you, Kelly. I really enjoyed talking with you. So here's a small gesture from me to you.
Yes, cheers. Thank you. This was so much fun, and thank you for having me. I didn't catch the last part. Can you repeat that?